Welcome to BeatzNEatz. Tonight we are making a low-carb turkey dumpling. And this recipe was inspired by another YouTuber that I found. I was like, this recipe is so amazing because there is no flour involved. There's no wheat, no gluten. So our ingredients for our low-carb turkey dumpling, we got ground turkey, carrots, some mushrooms, some green onions that we're gonna cook, and we're also gonna finish with it, some garlic powder, and I also have some fresh garlic. You know I love garlic. Salt and pepper, some teriyaki sauce, sesame seeds to finish it off, some sriracha, some honey to bring it all together, and an egg to bring it all together also, some cabbage, and some really beautiful Napa cabbage, which is gonna be our wrap for this dumpling. Doesn't that sound amazing? I'm so excited. You ready to cook? Let's cook. I can either do some avocado oil or some olive oil. It doesn't matter. It's up to us what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna go with avocado oil because it gives it a nice fat richness to it. And since this is an Asian-inspired recipe, I'm gonna hit it with just a little bit of sesame oil just to give it that nice international flavor, okay? I am so excited for this. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is perfect. And it's inspired by Mara Wendelin LCL on YouTube. Check out her channel and check out this recipe if you want to get the original recipe. But tonight I'm just want to try it out and see what it's working with, because like I said, when I saw it, I was like instantaneously, especially having like a lot of gluten and wheat insensitivities that I've developed lately. You know, getting older, your body starts to shift and change and kind of communicates to you what it does not like. So instead of giving up, you know, certain things that you eat or you like to eat, sometimes you have to adjust and find the things that, you know, your body can tolerate and stand and you still can enjoy. Like this particular recipe that I'm cooking tonight, the low-carb turkey dumplings. So I'm just gonna hit it with some avocado oil. I'm using ground turkey, like I said, but I'm still gonna add a little oil to the pan because I don't want my turkey sticking. I'm just gonna add just a little bit of sesame oil because it is very powerful. And I can add some more as needed. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get this turkey going, cooking it. Got that in there. Break that up. And when I saw this recipe, like I said, I was instantly drawn to it because of, you know, like I say, it's gluten-free. I'll say this is flour-free. So some of the other ingredients may have, you know, some form of gluten in it, but everything is pretty much whole food outside of our condiments that we're gonna add to it. When I cook this, I'm not going to drain it or anything. It's fresh, it's wholesome, it's got fresh ingredients in it, the carrots and the green onions, the cabbage, the Napa cabbage, really beautiful Napa cabbage that I have. And the Napa cabbage, the recipe calls for, you know, you have your Napa cabbage, or your cabbage. So what I did was I blanched it in some hot water, some hot boiling water, which means I had some boiling water. I took my Napa cabbage. I dipped it in a couple of times just so it wasn't so rigid when I go to use it for my dumpling wrap. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my garlic. My garlic powder. My ginger. I'm gonna not just dump the entire thing of ginger in there because ginger is very powerful. So I'll probably use half of that. It's too big pinch. Gonna add my salt. And this is kosher salt. My pepper. Very flavorful. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and pop in my carrots and my mushrooms. And the last thing I'm gonna add are my green onions. And I have more green onions to finish it off. So that all of this kind of get acquainted. It's beautiful in color. That's what you want in your diet. Lots of color. We got the nutrients in the carrots, the green onion. And if you notice, I didn't add too much salt because I'm using the teriyaki sauce. So you can use soy sauce, but in this case, I'm using teriyaki sauce. So you can use, make sure you use, if you do add salt, make sure you use a low sodium soy sauce. Okay? Okay. Don't want you running around here with hypertension or high blood pressure, especially if it's something that we can control. Notice I say I changed that from you to we. We're all in this together. Right? Absolutely. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add my cabbage in. And the recipe said that this acts as like a filler. Just keep breaking it. So now we got more fiber from the cabbage that we just added in. So we got nutrients, we got fiber, which is really good for your gut health. And you know, instead of using traditional noodles, you know, using substitutes, it really gives a good change of pace to your diet. If you're normally eating like pastas or noodles or anything like that, like the white refined, unless you home make your own noodles, you know, just a change of pace in your diet, giving your gut microbiome a little variation. It loves it so much when we switch it up a bit and kind of, you know, give it a little twist on certain things. This is a burst of goodness, and we've got the protein in there as well. So next thing I'm going to do is, let me see, let's add our Sriracha in. This is a fresh bottle. It's a fresh bottle. Got me some fresh Sriracha here. Grab the sriracha. The sriracha is gonna bring that heat to it. So you don't have to be shy with it. And next, like I said, you can either do soy sauce, but in this case, I'm gonna use teriyaki sauce. And this is gonna give it just that sweetness to it. So we got our heat and we got our sweet. Or more so, that nice little salt edge to it. To add a little bit more sweetness with our honey. I don't want to overdo it because I did add that teriyaki sauce to it. So now we're going to bring all of this together. It is beautiful. I love trying new recipes. Like I said, you know, switch it up a bit. I loved it because it's fast. It's easy. And, you know, I'm all about efficiency and sharing, cooking, and bonding over a meal. You guys, this is smelling so freaking good. I almost said good, bro. There it is right there. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mara Wendelin, LCL. I am very inspired by this recipe and excited to, I'll leave the link in the description, you know, to visit her page and show her some love. And show her some love for this recipe here. So I'm just going to turn this down. And then once this is ready, I'm going to take these beautiful Napa cabbages over here, and those are going to be our wrappers for our dumpling. I'm just going to roll those babies up and pop them in a pan and get them stir fried or fried in a pan. Because typically that's what you would do for your dumplings. So we're just going to hold to that. And then we're going to, well, that's actually going to be our layering for our beet. And this is Beatz and Eatz. So you know how we do and how it goes down. Let me put my spatula down for this one. Let me turn this down real quick. I'm gonna come back to it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my last ingredient, and we're gonna go for it. This beet tonight, I call it Flutsy, because it has like this really synth flute to it, like synthesizer, and it's got some vocals on it with a lot of harmony. It's airy, it's light, but still has that trap appeal, because you know how I do. And it, stop. We get this back going, man. You know, when I get to going, the beets, it's the Eatz, but those beets, man. Also, I made another video, a separate video on how I composed that beat, how I did it from scratch, and I'll put that link in there also. But tonight's version for this episode is the full edition of that beat. So stick around to the end and catch and see how I layered those components, those flutes and those vocals over this low carb turkey dumpling. Oh. All right, get back in the cooking mode. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this egg. This is our last ingredient for this dish, and what it's gonna do is it's gonna bind everything together. It's gonna bring it all together. Where's my fork? Make sure I bring it back up. Y'all see what the music do? The music just takes me somewhere. Yeah. So get that stirred in. See how it's thickening up. It's like a meal all in one. You got your vegetables, you have your protein. It's like I want to add some more sauce to it just to give it that thickness. I may hit it with some more, just a little bit of Sriracha. I don't want to set my soul on fire. I don't want to set my soul on fire. But I do want it to thicken up just a little bit since it's not already close to being done. A little more. You know, I don't measure anything. I typically don't measure anything. I get people asking me all this answer, and I tried to watch this, see how you made something. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, just watch what I do. Just watch me. Just watch. If I pour something, you pour it. I give you all the ingredients in the beginning. So just when I go for it, you go for it. So it's getting the thickness and the consistency that I want. So when we add it to our Napa cabbage here, in that I'm doing it in my cast iron skillet. Let this cook. And it smells absolutely phenomenal, you guys. Like I really wish maybe AI can come up with some like type of television or you can just smell the actual scent. You're gonna make $1 billion if you can create that. Loads. I want my cut because I gave you the idea. Smell-o-vision. So I think this may be ready to put in our cabbage. So we can cook these babies on up. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go ahead and roll these. We're doing this all together. This is BeatzNEatz. We're doing this all together. So I got my Napa cabbage here. Remember I told you I just didn't take these and just take them out the pack and throw these up here to cook. I actually blanched these. So what that means is I just had some boiling water and I dipped it down in there and it gave it this, you know, it cooked it to a certain, you know, you see it's flimsy a little bit. So that's what you want when you go to start cooking, once you wrap it and put it in the pan. So I want to get my pan ready. Just going to turn it down low as I wrap these. Get some oil in my pan. Get it warmed up. So when it's ready to go, it'll be ready to go. So let's start. I'm gonna add a nice big spoonful here. Drop that in there. Just put a little bit more. Just gonna get a nice roll in there. Wrap that around. Got our first one there. This is actually pretty fun. It's very, what's the word? Therapeutic. Transfer these over here. And nothing like getting there and using your hands and everything. Let's see. Yep. This is really fun. Really fun. Just think of how impressive this would be if you have like a date or, oh no, I'm losing some of my I'm just gonna roll it and see what happens. I may have to redo that one because I don't want to lose any of my fixins. Let's get some more in here. Nothing like experimenting with new things, trying different things, seeing what happens. Just go for it. That's what cooking is all about. Just going for it. Just doing it. Add this back over in here. See how this one's gonna do for us. Wrap it. I probably could use some toothpicks. And if push comes to shove, I just may have a cabbage a cabbage stir fry. But it's all good. It's all good. This one has a little tear in it, so let's see. I don't know, I might just eat some of this. It smells so good. All right, let's see how we can roll this one up. It's like I want to try it so bad. And for some reason, I just want to put some cheese in it, but then it wouldn't be Asian inspired. So we're gonna wrap that around, roll it. You see, guys, I'm having so much fun with this, right? Let me turn this up. Got some that's coming out the side, but we're gonna make it work. Got two more I gotta wrap. At least one of these has to be, at least one. Like I said, it's all fun. It's all fun. Like I said, if you ever had a recipe that you're just like dying to try or just wondering, you can always, so much technology in the world, you can always Google or figure out or chat GPT or add something where you can get that recipe how you like it. Let's see what this one's gonna do. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one right there. Just want to make sure my pan is hot enough so when it is time to put them over in, I can just go ahead and I have enough heat to try to draw everything together. I'm so interested to see how this thing's gonna turn out. Either way it goes, I am tearing it down, up and out. Because I like to eat. This is BeatzNEatz. Maybe I'm just packing it too much because I'm greedy. It wants to come out the side. So we're all wrapped up. We're all wrapped up. And these are our babies. These are our babies. We're about to see what these babies can do. My pan, make sure it's warm. Welcome to BeatzNEatz. Okay, so I may have to grab my tongs, just get a little grip on them. Let's start with this one. Make sure I have a firm grip on it. So far, so good. Oh, we're losing a little meat there. Whoa, it's exciting. Live on the air. You burn up my pretty face. I got stuff to do. It's time. All right. I forgot. Cabbage does have water in it, so be very, very cautious. I'm going to grab my pretty one over here. Let it be my first batch. Oh, it wants to come apart. Okay, let's grab this one. The things that I will do to experiment with some new food. Let's see, do I have room for... I want to make sure I'm able to flip them over. So you probably can do like a toothpick. I don't want to overcrowd them because I want to be able to flip them over. So I'm going to add some teriyaki sauce. To them as they cook. I don't know what's in store. We're here, we're doing it, we're going for it. So let me see where my fold is, my roll. So I think we're gonna roll it, fold it. starting to lose my meat. Okay, that one stayed together just a little bit. Okay, that one stayed together. So now at least we can get that teriyaki sauce on the bottom of the dumpling. I might have to add this to like my blooper videos. But either way it goes, it's gonna be delicious. And like I said, that's what happens when you're in the kitchen and you're experimenting. Don't be afraid to try different things, regardless of how you think it's gonna come out or how you expect it to come out. It's not gonna be always like you see on BeatzNEatz. I plate things, I try to make them beautiful, but that's merely for aesthetics, for you guys to have a nice view at the end and everything comes together. But essentially, you know, that takes time and practice to do, because all before, my plating was just like everywhere and just, but what really matters and what really counts is the nutrients in it, in your dish that you're getting, the health benefits of it, the camaraderie that you have with whoever you're cooking for, the relaxation, the happy hormones that you have in creating something for yourself, the health and wellness and self-care that goes into it. That's what really matters. Not necessarily plating, because that's visual, more so what it makes you feel like, what it makes those people around you that you're preparing the meal. Like I said, there's a difference between cooking and preparing a meal, but that's all that matters, okay? Okay. So I say that to say, we're gonna see what happens. So I didn't get to flip this one. Let me see if I can get a grip and turn it. Okay, it stayed. And I'm seeing now that the heat will seal that Napa cabbage if you let it sit. So what I probably could have done, and I'll probably do next time when I cook it for myself, which is outside of this, off camera, is I'll probably just put it in the pan with the roll, the flap up, put that sauce on it, flip it over, let it have that seal, and then let it cook from there. Learning points also, learning curve. That's what cooking is about also. So let's check in. And they've got like a really nice little golden brown to the cabbage. They're still really beautiful. You see, I'm gonna flip this one over and I'm gonna bring you in. So I'm losing my cabbage over, my filling over there. So I may just let that one be. So all in all, we have meat and we have our Napa cabbage, and it's going in, and it's still really beautiful. Still absolutely gorgeous. If you wanted to add a carb or like a brown rice or white rice, and of course you can do that because now you don't have the pasta, the carb from the dumpling. You can just essentially add you some brown rice on the side, or some white rice, some sticky rice, which would be amazing. Give me an idea for that. So I have my two over here. I still have to cook, but I'm really loving how these are actually coming out. And you know, in cooking, you surprise yourself as well. Like I said, that one is coming apart a little bit. This one is very much intact. Want to keep that one intact. This is so much fun. Just gonna check in on this one. And that one's got that nice char on it. See if I can grab this one long ways. Oh, that's beautiful as well. Let's see if I can get a grip on this one. That one still got some, you know, some putting together with it. It's holding on. And so if the meat does come out, we'll just take that meat and we'll fix it on up right onto our plate. Oh, the aroma is so nice, so nice. Got me moving and shaking with this one. It's making me work for it. So now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and kind of start taking these out. Try to burn my face off. But it's just the water from the cabbage that sparked with the oil. So make sure you're very cautious with that also. Because I did blanch it. All right. Spoon. Turn my pan down. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and get these plated up and get them ready for us to taste and see how our low-carb turkey dumplings came out. I'm super excited. You ready to plate? Let's plate. So we're back and we're plated up and we're ready to taste our low-carb turkey dumpling. I'm super excited to taste this, to cook this for the first time and on camera and everything. So I'm really excited to see how this tastes. And particularly this mix, that ground turkey and the sriracha and the honey and the teriyaki sauce. Super excited to taste that and see what it's all about. Let's dig in. Also have me a little extra, you know, teriyaki sauce for dipping if I want to. I just want to taste this meat first and just see what it's. Very, very nice balance of all the flavors. It's got that kick to it with the sriracha, that sweetness with the teriyaki sauce and the honey. And then it's got that I'll call it a reminder of flavor with that ginger and the sesame oil in it. Really good. It puts me in mind of like if I were to eat a taco, even though this is an Asian inspired dish, if I were to eat like a taco, this would be what I put into a taco or a wrap or a burrito or something. Oh my gosh, this feeling is very good. Let's get into this cabbage. See what this Napa cabbage is doing as our dumpling. Get this cut. Try to get some cabbage in there. The cabbage gives it that density to it. It's really nice. I probably would just cook the cabbage or blanch it a little bit longer, but it's a really nice mouthfeel to it. Make sure I got one piece there. It's got that char on it that I was looking for on the cabbage. It's really nice. It's really nice. I'm really enjoying this. And then I get the pieces of the cabbage that were cooked on the inside of the meat and the seasoning and the sauces and everything. Overall, this is very nice. This is very nice. That heat from it. This part right here is just, you can tell because I'm going back. That's really good. That's really nice. Like I said, you can cook this, you know, since you don't have the carbs in the dumpling, you can always put this over brown rice or some sticky white rice, depending what your goals are. But overall, this is a very protein-rich, flavorful, low-carb meal that you can make. And even if you want to put it in some romaine lettuce, whereas you don't have to cook it like I did the Napa cabbage, and then you'll have more give to it, and you could do it like that, like a boat. So it's all kind of things that I'm thinking of, which is really what cooking is about, coming up with your own concept and own ideas. Like I said, this dish was inspired from Mara Wonderland LCL on YouTube. Check her channel out for this recipe. But you can, like I said, you can always take something somebody else has and make it your own, which is really what cooking is all about, right? All right, so I'm gonna take this and go and finish enjoying this, especially this meat flavor. Oh my gosh, this heat to it. And yeah, you know what to do. Enjoy some Beatz.
Uh.